Hello anyone who decided to click on this video. I'm Joe. If you're subscribed to this channel, you're probably used to me being in a mask and playing guitar. Today I am not in a mask, but today I wanted to show off my guitar collection that I've gathered over the years. You might be able to see some of them off to the side here. I have too many, especially not being a professional touring musician or anything like that. But I like guitars, they make me happy, so I keep buying them. And I figured I'd show you and tell you a little bit about each of them. So I'm just going to start working my way down the row. Okay, first off, we have my ESP LTD. I'm just going to say LTD because I have a lot of ESP, but not ESP proper guitars. So I'm just going to say LTD. SN1000 FR in pearl white. It is their snapper model. So it's like basically a strap model. This one I keep in drop C most of the time, and it has, I'm not sure what the single coils are. They were stock, but I replaced the custom 59 that was in the bridge with a Seymour Duncan JB. I just like how that sounds, and I think it's a very versatile pickup. It's got a roasted maple neck. I added D'Addario Planet Waves locking tuners. They just make restringing easier. And yeah, the rest of it's pretty stock. And you might not be able to see it from the camera, but the white's actually like I think I said it was a pearl white. It's got a nice little, a subtle sparkle that is nice to see when you're up and close. I mainly use this guitar in one of my bands, Break and Enter. It's not like an especially heavy band, but we have our like just kind of heavier kill mosh songs. I think it's funny to have a guitar that doesn't look super metal playing super heavy songs. And there's also like lighter melodic songs, so it fits that aesthetic very well too. On to the next one. This is one of the newest guitars I got. It is an LTD Deluxe 1000 or M1000, MH1000 FR. FR stands for Floyd Rose, and I have a lot of Floyd Rose guitars. I just think it's like the most comfortable bridge that has ever existed. This one I got a lot modded. It originally had all silver hardware. Clearly, it does not anymore. I replaced it all with black hardware. It came with Fishmans originally. Not that I have a problem with Fishmans, I just like the sound of passive pickups more. So, JB, as previously stated, in the bridge, and Jazz in the neck. Replace the Floyd Rose 1000 that was on it. It was in silver. I just got an original in black. And then I have, I don't know what these are. These might be Guitar Fetish locking tuners. They're great. I love them, and they're pretty affordable. This one is in drop C sharp. I haven't recorded much with this one. I recorded all the leads and solos on the last Dusk Before Dawn EP, which is another one of my bands. I have a lot of bands that I use these guitars in. It's really nice looking, so I haven't like played a show with it yet because I really don't want to scuff it up. The finish officially is called Black Ocean. This is not black. This is very clearly blue. It doesn't look black from the photos either. I wanted a new blue guitar because I sold my old blue guitar. So I got this, and I think it is just super dandy. It's got a nice neck through construction, and the quilt is just nice to look at. I buy a lot of my guitars based off aesthetics. It has to have aesthetics, and a Floyd Rose are the main thing. And this one fit all my criteria. This is my Old Faithful, which I guess I've had going on like, oh geez, like 7 years now. It doesn't feel that long. This is a LTD MH401 FR. Again, Floyd Rose. This one also replaced the pickups with a JB in the bridge and a Jazz in the neck. And Planet Waves locking tuners. I'm gonna stop flipping them around. This one though, for like a cheaper lower end model, plays surprisingly well. It's got it just has a Floyd Rose special, and I usually hate these things, but this one's never like done me dirty or anything. It's in drop C. I play this one mainly in Dusk Before Dawn live due to that, but I've used it in a bunch of live settings. It's just a really good feeling, good playing guitar. This is the latest acquisition. I've always wanted to try an Evertune, so I got a guitar with an Evertune. This is an LTD Deluxe. Oh, it doesn't have the name on it. I want to say a Horizon Evertune. Again, locking tuner replacement, and this one had EMGs in it, and I swapped them out for a Sentient or a Nazgul Sentient combo, which rips. These are some of the hottest passive pickups I've ever played with. And this has just been like the go-to recording guitar for my other band, Counterfeit, ever since I got it, just because you never need to tune it. I also put Elixir strings on it that, so along with never tuning it, I barely have to change strings because these things last forever and keep their sparkle. It's tuned to drop F sharp, and this lowest string is a 74, which is really, I'm pretty sure this is a standard range guitar. I also got the model wrong. I'm looking at it on the fretboard. It's an MH1007 Evertune, not a Horizon. My mistake. I believe this is a standard scale guitar. I'm not positive, so I'm kind of pushing it with F sharp, but the Evertune keeps it nice and stable. Love playing this guitar, love recording with it. Don't think I'd play it live. The Evertune stability is nice, don't get me wrong. I really prefer a Floyd bridge. This is it doesn't sit as low, so when you're palm muting, you're a little higher, and I play tiny jazz picks. Am I picky? Yes. Am I good enough at guitar to be this picky? Probably not, but I like what I like. On to the next one. This is a 1000. This is an E2 Horizon 7 FR Floyd Rose. Again, this one's probably the least modded of all the guitars I have. It has Gotoh locking tuners on it. I play this one live in Counterfeit, 7-string, drop F sharp, just like the Evertune. But it has a Floyd Rose because I love Floyd Roses, and these are the super nice Made in Japan models that are really just impeccable quality. I love my LTDs, and I think they play great. It is a thing where you can feel the difference. This one came with Seymour Duncan distortions, which are passive. That's how I bought it. I bought it used. And the only thing I changed was I replaced the whammy slot. Usually they're a little screw-on thing. I replaced it with the pull. I forget what they're called. You can tighten it and pull it in and out as you want without it falling out if it's upside down. Just a little extra convenient. Great workhorse of a guitar. No issues with it whatsoever. I love playing it, and it looks cool. Breaking the cycle of black guitars. This is my LTD SC338, 8-string. 7-string was getting just a little bit too boring, so I had to get an 8-string. No, my band Dead Before Impact plays in a multiple of tunings. The lowest going down to, the lowest normal tuning without octave dropping going on. Goes down to drop D. But there's also, or double drop D, sorry. Octave below drop D. But they also are in, one of the lighter songs is in normal D. So I have a baritone that we'll get to. But I wanted something that could have a long range where it's against the usual 8-string thing where you only play the low string. Not that I don't abuse the low D, but I use most about everything on here because it's a band that covers everything from super like low tuned metal to like rock. This was in black. These models don't come with a purple sparkle finish, believe it or not. I didn't want just another black guitar. I thought that was boring. And this one's the most heavily modded of all my guitars. Hipshot locking tuners. It has a Fishman Fluence Modern 8 that I put in the bridge. And this neck pickup is actually a Dingwall bass pickup, but is not wired in. It's just a space filler. Eventually I want to get something we can paint over or something to match the rest of the sparkle. My friend Chris did the refinish, and I think he did a great job with it. The back of the neck is still black, but whatever. I figured we didn't want to accidentally mess up the lacquer on here because you'd really feel that. Not that he messed up the lacquer everywhere else. This is a beautiful looking guitar. Pickup selector's gone. I'm just on this pickup. This is volume, this is tone, and then if you pull it up, you get a different voicing on the Fishman. I forgot to mention all my other guitars, I don't touch my tone pickup most of the time, so those are usually just wired out. Like, they don't do anything. So you get a hotter signal. This guitar's super cool. Like, it was a super cheap guitar. I got it used. Most of my guitars I don't buy new. But it was a super cool pickup, and it's super unique now. And the purple sparkle is just super cool to look at. It's another thing where it's like, oh, super low tune music, but a sparkle finish. It kind of goes against what you think the super low tune music would usually entail. So I like playing opposites. We're about to get stupid. This is an E2. Don't know the model, but it's the Baby Metal 9-string signature. Talk about a stupid guitar. It's got go to locking tuners, except for the 9th string. I put a hip shot locking tuner on it because when I got it, the lock was kind of shot, honestly. It just didn't lock down, and then they couldn't take the like 94 gauge that's on here. So I drilled in a different tuner. It's got this cool Galaxy. It's not a finish, but it's just like a cover. I don't know what you would call it. It's got a gash and a couple marks where I guess from whoever had it before me. And it's got a prototype bare knuckle that only like 5 of them were made. I'm not sure of the name. This is tuned all the way down to double drop A sharp. I don't know. It's just kind of not a commodity. That's not the right word. But I thought it'd be goofy to have a super low tune 9-string guitar. This is a fat fretboard. Almost my entire finger is on there if I want to bar a chord. So playability, I think, is an issue, but it's fun to have otherwise, and it's a cool talking point. If I have someone over, they usually are like, "That's stupid looking. Can I play it?" I'm like, "Of course." 9-string. Back down to 6s and off of ESP. This is an Ibanez Frix FEAH, I think. Stupid Ibanez in their names. I first saw this guitar, the band Silent Planet. Their guitarist Mitch used to be endorsed by Ibanez. And I saw him playing these, and I thought these were super cool looking. I loved the body shape. I loved how it was all blacked out, and I loved this finish. I'm not sure what wood this is. They were kind of hard to come by, and I think they've been discontinued for a couple of years now. But then one day I was just browsing Facebook Marketplace, and I saw a lot of guitars being sold. And lo and behold, it was Mitch from Silent Planet selling some of his old guitars. And I immediately knew I wanted to pick this up. I had been interested in this guitar from the moment I saw him playing it. And so it'd be cool to own the guitar. And it's a really cool guitar, man. It's super light, probably the lightest of all the guitars I owned. It can go down, it takes drop A sharp very well. Without needing super thick strings. This is a kill switch, volume pot, pickup selector. He didn't know what pickups were in this. They're passives. I'm assuming they're DiMarzios of some sort. Locking tuners on the back. Like I said, drop A sharp, so it's just a neat guitar. I don't think I'd play it live just because, again, I really don't love the Ibanez bridges. I'd probably try to swap that out at some point with something a little less rigid. Super cool guitar with a cool story behind it. This is the oldest guitar that I own. This is my Epiphone MKH Les Paul custom. I got this guitar when I was like 16. I was obsessed with Trivium, and I still love Trivium. But I've just moved on to the Floyd Rose. No offense to the Les Paul. But this guitar has been on almost every Dusk Before Dawn record. It records so well, plays so great. It's had quite a bit of extensive modding done. It was my primary show guitar for a while, so it's got, I don't know if you can, the panel will pick it up, but it's got battle scars, scuffs everywhere, but it's a trooper, and it still sounds great. I've replaced the EMGs that came stock with it with Fishman's. Great to record with, super hot. Planet Wave, locking tuners, and I think I've just had to replace screws and the pickup selector as it's faded / gotten beat up. This used to have a kill pod in it, but when I got the Fishmans, I instead got has the 2 voicings for the Fishmans and the high tilt. Probably a guitar I'm never gonna sell. It still feels great, still plays great, records great. I use it all the time, and it's from a band that inspires me to this day to keep writing and playing. Now, chances are, if you're subscribed to this channel, you have seen me play this guitar. This is my Hagstrom Phantoman, the Ghost Signature. Not how it always used to look, though. Again, some modding done to it. I used to have it decked out with the stock stuff it came with. But then when the Impera era came, and I'm not going to use the stupid ghoul names, the nameless ghoul who plays this model blacked out his. I thought it'd be a cool thing to black out mine as well, and swap out the pickups to something that I thought sounded better. It has a JB Jazz replacement, JB in the bridge, Jazz on the neck, and then just black hardware everywhere else. I think this was all Guitar Fetish stuff. It's really cool. Not my preferred shape, but I have started to enjoy offset guitars ever since I've gotten it. It's a little awkward to hold, kind of really, really big. The upper fret axis isn't amazing, but I like Ghost, and y'all seem to like the Ghost covers. so I will keep playing this. Rounding out the last of the electric guitars is my Sub-Zero Rogue 6. This is a baritone guitar with a 30-inch scale. You may have seen this guitar being used by bands like Loathe in some of their playthroughs. I like Loathe. I'm not a huge Loathe fan. I was interested in doing super low-tuned metal stuff. And this guitar was quite affordable at the time. I think I got it when they were running for like $250. It used to have chrome hardware, and I thought that was lame. So I swapped everything out with some gold hardware that I think really, really pops on this. I'm not usually a fan of gold hardware, but I think it looks really good against the white and the maple neck. JB Jazz replacement, and this is tuned to double drop D, so octave below normal drop D. It's a bit hard to play. It's got a 90 gauge string on the top, so that definitely has its issues. If I ever want to write just a super ignorant heavy song / riff or just something, it's nice to bust this one out. This is my Taylor 110E acoustic. My bandmate Evan in Dust for Dawn had one of these for a while, and I just thought it sounded and played great. So I got myself one. It's acoustic electric. Doesn't get as much use as it should. I'm not a huge acoustic player, but if I ever just want to, bust out a ballad or something like that, it's a great guitar, and it was a very good price for its quality too. And then I guess technically this is a guitar. It is my Squier Jazz Bass. I think this was the 1970s reissue they did a little while back. I love the look of the jazz bass, and I love the natural finish, so I got this one. It's tuned to drop C sharp. I basically use this to record all my bass that's in a standard 6-string guitar tuning. Yeah, it just has a really nice aggressive sound. It's got the classic jazz bass sound, and that is the sound I love, so that's what I use. And that does it for all my guitars. I don't know, call to action, I guess. Comment what your favorite guitar is. I'm not a YouTuber, I don't know. And I'll see you in the next guitar cover video.